Hello, what's up, and welcome back to Learn with Your Brains. And today I'm going to show you how I hack my target, okay, on the same network. You see I have three operating systems. You have Kali running, I have Metasploitable, which is a vulnerability operating system, and this is Windows 7. But I'm going to hack this Metasploitable. Okay, so I'll first launch my Kali, which has been opened here already. You see, this is my interface, but I'm going to use a terminal to work for our things. I'm not going to use the default terminal. I have a pre-installed terminal, or I just installed that terminal called a Terminator. So I'm going to use that too, rather. So I'll just click for application, and you could see root Terminator emulator right here. I'll launch that one. So in this exercise, I'm going to use Network Mapper or the Nmap with the help of MSF console, or the biggest framework, which is called Metasploitable, to hack the target. So first thing is to launch Nmap. Okay, and use a flag called SV to hack my target. And I know my target is IP is 10.0.2.5. If you don't believe, I'll just go back to my target. This is my target, and I'm going to I'm going to show you. You could see the IP address, or let me confirm with ifconfig. So you could see my target IP address, which is 10.0, as you could see here, 10.0.2.5. okay, so I need to scan my target using Nmap to find out the versions. I use this -SV, which is scanning the version, or is going to scan the version of all the ports that are open on the target. Okay, so I know it is going to take a little while or a time to scan my target. We just need to wait for a while. As I divide this terminal into two, and we choose vertical, perfect. But I can work at the same time. I'm going to launch my MSF console, which is the biggest framework for exploit. So as this is performing its work, which is Nmap, MSF console 2 is going to start the framework, so we work all together. So this is hacking lesson. Okay, I'll learn with your brains. It's very simple. I'm just hacking my target live for you to see. And you could see it's still running. You see this operating system, but this has been powered off. This is also online, which is okay. So it's done with for the scanning process, and you could see 21, which is TCP or FTP service is open. You see all these ports are open, which is not the good way. Okay, which means if your ports are being open, it means anybody can enter with just an exploit. Okay, and you could see the version of the FTP is running version 2.34, which is outdated. So I just copy this, and you could see the other versions, and you could see this operating system, or the Metasploit operating system, is Unix. Linux is running Linux. You could see OS is running Linux. So I'm just going to use MSF console to work on that. So in MSF console, there I need to search for that version, search and paste this, and now you could see this is what I'm going to search through the Metasploitable, which is the framework, which is MSF console, to search whether I could get some exploit, because it has over 2,162 exploits within its database. So let me hit enter to search for the version, and you could see we have an exploit, which is this one. What it does is it does a backdoor command execution, or remote code execution, which means you can connect to it remotely without even the person. So I'm going to copy this exploit, then I'm going to just type this code, use space paste this exploit, then hit enter. Then now I need to show option of this payload, which is show options. And now what we can do is we can set our remote host. We have the remote port, which is 21, is the FTP, that's our target port. So all I need to do is to write set, and the remote IP is the IP of this machine, which is 10.0.2.2.5. okay, so set our host to 10.0.2.5 and hit enter. Then let's show options again to see whether we've already set. So you could see our target is now set. So all we need to do is just hit on exploit, and that's all. You could see we are getting hot connection, and you see we found a shell. Now we are into the system. So when I hit ls, I'm going to see everything, you see, on that machine. You see we have the bin, the root, the home, everything right here. Now let me go back to the main system and also hit ls. When I hit ls here, you could see the target is hot vulnerable, and when we need to navigate, you could see when I hit cd home, it brings me to home. It has no that side directory. You can cd to root to see there's no by, so cd forward root. Okay, we are in root. So when we list, you see we have the desktop, the reset, everything. Okay, so when we come back to our Kali, you see we have everything right here. This is all the things found on that metasploitable machine. So we just hacked the target just using this port, and with the help of Nmap. We had the 21 port open, and because this version of the Windows is outdated, I was able to use this and so on, a vulnerability exploit to hack the target. So that's all for today's video. We use Nmap and with the metasploitable framework called MSF console to hack our target, which is called metasploitable operating system, which is vulnerable for hot hacking lessons. And that is all for today. So this is Learn with Your Brains Center, and I'm your co-instructor, Dr. Don, as usual. And that's all for today. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.